the Chase Thomas Podcast, for people who have nothing but time to kill.
Because they can't get it done in the playoffs, but a lot of them not being able to get it done in the playoffs is them not being able to get those calls they were selling out for all season.
It's playing a different game, and you're like, well, what? Yeah, that's I agree. I'm curious if they do something. I don't know. It seems like we're reaching a tipping point, but I also I don't know. We'll have to see if they do something in that regard. Kenny, are you a fan of the new Clippers branding?
So I really like the red jersey.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of the '96 Olympics jersey, the Penny Hardaway Shaq with him team. I like that.
I didn't even thought about that.
Yeah. The navy blue one is fine. The white one is fine. I hate the logo though.
Do you?
I hate the logo. It kind of looks like a standardized test or like a notary stamp. Like I
can't unsee the SB Nation logo. What they were talking about when someone said it looks like an SB Nation blog. I can't unsee that now, unfortunately. But I mean, it has character. At least there's something. Like, oh, it's a Clipper. It's a ship. At least it's something now that separates itself.
But the thing is, it's ever since they went away from the jerseys of the Elton Brand, Darius Miles, Lamar Odom days. They have a long history of just awful uniforms.
Yeah.
And so I like that they're taking a step, especially with them going into a new arena. It was about time, but it's just still the red one's fine. I like the red one. The other two are okay. It's the logo I'm following with, basically.
I like the blue too. I think the blue, the white's pretty boring, but I think it's fine. Like I think it's better than what they had, right? Like it's all you want to do. You want to upgrade, in some way. I mean, Corban, I know they're the baby brother to you over there in Lakerland, but do you like these new uniforms for the Clippers? No,
I don't. I mean, I didn't mind the 2019-2020 ones, right? Like
which ones are those?
Because I don't like knowing that the Clippers. Like I don't like knowing the actual logo. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like. There was one on Twitter I thought was funny where they just took a picture of like actual like hair clippers and just did the logo. Like I don't know. I was good with just the C. I was good with the old fashioned, cursive Los Angeles Clippers, with the basketball. Like I don't see the need to change things just for changing sake. No one looked at that and went, "Ooh, that Clippers logo ugly as hell. Like let's switch it up." Like it was okay. It was a logo. Look at it, LAC. I kind of know what that means. So like seeing this now, like I get it. New arena, change. But I'm not a fan of it. Like you said, it definitely screams SB Nation like affiliate to me, and like
which is okay. There were some good ones there. I don't know. I don't hate it. I think they look clean. I also never understood the black and white that they've introduced. Like that never felt Clippers-y to me.
Right.
Like it was just really weird. Like out of left field, right? Like y'all didn't. It just seemed weird. Like you'd have to.
Clips, yeah. What were they trying to go for there? Like
you're not cool. Like it was just a weird trying to be cool thing. I didn't, and just the black and white. I'm like this.
Like the San Andreas font.
Yeah, I never liked it.
That's somebody up in Oklahoma. Like yeah, that'll hit well with our perfect. Our urban. What's it called? Our projection.
Urban demographic.
Exactly. Like it was. I thought it was okay. It just didn't feel right for them. Then again, it didn't feel right for any NBA team in my mind. Like I'm not sure what team I think of. Like. Oh yeah, that would work. You know what I mean?
I don't even like the Nets black and white. Like I miss the old Nets stuff. It's just so bland.
The '90s Nets was incredible.
Yes.
Drazen Petrovic teams,
the popsicle colors.
Yeah, I like those.
I like those.
But are y'all a big believer where like I'm a big believer in like, hey, if you're like the Bucks, right? When people like love the creamsicles and stuff like that, like go back to the creamsicle, like. You associate that with losing. Like those were a bunch of losers. I think when you are a franchise and you stumble onto an era where it's just associated with a bunch of winning, just stick with those colors. Like that's what people remember. Like stick with the colors that people remember you winning a lot of games. Like the Clippers, if they just stuck with the Doc Rivers era uniforms, like just the LAC, that kind of stuff, I would understand because I would associate that with some really good basketball and some really good teams. The Nets, if they had stuck with the gray. What like the late '90s and the finals team? You know what? I associate that with winning a lot of basketball games. I like that.
I associate ugly jerseys, ugly basketball, and they happen to win. But it was like all around.
You think those were ugly?
Yeah, I do. Like I'm sorry, I think the black and white.
Maybe it was a nostalgia thing for me that I just thought it was cool because I grew up on it.
I have a mug. I have several with like the old like '90s logos. Like, do I like all of them? No, it's for nostalgia's sake that you have it, right?
Yeah.
But like, but no, I thought those were bad. But I get what you mean. I think. Counterpoint, why not just keep rocking them? And then when you have winning in those uniforms, You know, now you have a long legacy of those jerseys being used
Yeah.
again and again. And so, yeah, it didn't work well for you in the mid 90s, you know, but hey, let's say 2028, whenever the Nets are good again. I don't know. Like, it looks good for you. You know what I mean? Like, we're defined them by these different modes. I get it, but like, I don't know. We're in such a craze where I feel like an old person shaking at the clouds. Like, all these different new jerseys, we don't go back to the old stuff, you know? Like, I get tired of seeing that whole, oh, weren't the throwback jerseys cool? And they go that one picture in the bubble when it was Marc Gasol in the old school Raptors jersey and John Moran old school Grizzlies. Like, it shouldn't be the one time in 4 years that we've seen that. You know, I think what the Timberwolves just did, going back to their old white and blue, early 90s Timberwolves logo and court, that's cool. Like, do stuff like that. Like, these new jerseys all the time ain't always it.
Right. They have to choose new jerseys every single year. And you hit the nail on the head with, I miss the early 2000s to where you had your current jersey, like where the Lakers at home were wearing gold. And then every once in a while they'll go to the MPLS or they'll go to the former jerseys that are really in the team's history, to where now like they'll remix an old school jersey and kind of mess it up a little bit. I cannot stand the Heat culture jerseys. I don't like the Bucks had the Cream City one.
I like those actually. Weird. I don't know why, but I thought those looked good. Y'all weren't a fan?
They feel like another team to me.
Yeah.
Like the blue. Like there's certain teams that don't, I don't know. It's like when, I don't know, Chicago is rocking red. I mean, not red, green. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say,
that was so weird.
Chicago red is iconic. My bad. But Chicago and green is like, what are we doing? Like,
when did they wear green? Like the Christmas Day?
2012, 2013. One of those years.
Did they really wear green?
Yeah,
they straight up did. I didn't like it. I thought it was weird. I think a lot of people did.
Oh my god, I forgot all about this.
Yep, you see it now, don't you? You like it, don't you?
This is terrible.
Exactly. Like, but that was the thing that happened. So, like,
remember you just used to complain that they wore jerseys? Like that was the big thing on NBA Twitter for years. We were just mad that they were wearing jerseys. Though. You what?
Yeah, I still hate those, the short sleeve ones.
God,
I still do too. I'm not playing. I mean, for the most part, I'm playing basketball like a jersey. I'm not really doing a shirt, you know. Like, it just isn't, I don't know, it was just weird. Again,
but it also gave me like one of my favorite basketball moments of all time of Steph pulling up from 1 billion feet and icing the Thunder in that black jersey. That was the anniversary of that was like, I think yesterday or something. It was this week one day. But that also made me feel old where I'm like, oh, that feels like I remember where I was like seeing that live. And like, I almost fell out of, I remember I was on a bar seat. I almost fell out of my chair because I'm like the only person like locked in here. And I like looked over at a buddy and I was like, he's pulling up because you could just see like Steph's not passing this. They're just running this. And then just like, oh my God, 8 years. I mean, that flies by. Time flies by. And then you read another Klay Thompson quote and you're just like, oh yeah, a lot of time has passed by. Klay Thompson's talking about retirement again. This is not great. I don't like any of this. Corban, should the Lakers give LeBron James a multi-year contract extension this offseason? Because now it's out there. Multi-year extension is what LeBron's looking for. Do you think that's in the best interest of the Los Angeles Lakers at this point?
Nicely done, nephew. The Chase Thomas podcast. Hell yeah.